Hello and welcome back to Code Sector channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn about the for loop, and we are going to treat a basic example, which will be building a timetable. Okay. Um, we will not build the timetable with HTML. We'll just console the logic in the browser. There are different types of for loop in JavaScript. But for today's lesson, we'll be treating the for loop. The for loop is one of the most used loops or loop variants in JavaScript. It is simple, it is elegant, and quite readable. Um, and it works in most instances, if not all. So to do this, we have an image of a timetable here. So if you look at this timetable here, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's for column 1, then for 2, like that. So what a loop does is it cycles across either an array or it cycles a number of times that is set by the programmer to do a task. The task could be anything. You could alert within the task. You could console. You could build a table from the loop. You could do several things. Yeah. So the loop is a serious workhorse of any programming language. In fact. So let's start this. So let me first put the title here, and I'll call the title I can say for a basic for loop. Basic loop. For loop timetable. Okay, then in the body tag here, can create our script. Okay, let's do this. So I can say for, then I can click for loop here. So what it's telling us here is this is the for loop construct. It takes a bracket, and in the bracket we have a variable or a constant, and we have a condition here. So there is an initialization here, there is a condition here, and there is an increment here. This increment could actually be a decrement, which we'll treat in another tutorial. So what this is telling us, what is happening in this bracket is it's telling us that we're setting a number, a variable, and we'll be increasing this variable as long as this condition holds true. Immediately this condition holds false, then the loop would exit. There are different ways to control a loop. Conditions like if else constructs can also change the flow of a loop or control it somewhat. There are also some keywords like continue, break that one can use within loops. But for this example, we will not be going into the little advanced twists and turns of a typical loop. Okay, yes, and for all intents and purposes, we will not be needing any form of control. So generate a timetable. Just knowing, just having, just initializing the index and setting a condition for when the array should stop is all that we need. So let me come back here and make this I to make it easy on the I. So you see an array.length here. Many times we cycle across an array, but for our example, it's not necessary. What we want to do, if you remember, is a timetable. And if you count, timetables are usually in 12 columns. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all to 12. Okay. So what we want to do here, instead of putting array.length, we want 12. So we're going to cycle from 0 to 11 actually, because the condition is I less than 12, not I less than or equals to 12. So it's going to run 12 times because we're starting from 0. If we're starting from 1, that'll be different. So let's be careful, okay? So what we want to do is this. What we can do to make it easier is now we have okay, how do we put this? Okay, let's say these are the heads. This is the head of the multiplication table. So we may want for column 1, we may want to for column 2 or for column 3. So we have to store that. Okay. So I can say I can come here and I can say let's say let table number. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Let's start from 1. Okay, let's start from 1. Let table number equals 1. So what we want to do is to console. Now think about it. We want to console the log the multiplication of the loop by the number, the timetable number, the head here. So if you look at 2 here, we have 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 3, 6, 2 times 4, 8, 2 times 5, 10. So we can already feel a natural increment here, which is the loop. There is an increment here, which is 2 times 1, 2, 3. You understand? So this is what we're going to do. Okay, so we'll just come here and say, actually, the way we can see where, okay, no, we can just directly console the log, the table number multiplied by I. But because we're starting from 0, we want to start from 1. Hope that makes sense. Again, we will be starting from 1, not 0. Because if you look at the table here, you start from 2 times 1, that's 2. 2 times 2, that's 4. 2 times 3, that's 6. So we can come here, yeah, that's that. So if you come here now, I'll come to my document here. Hold on, let me just put a title here. H1 tab. What's going? Okay, and just say H1 tag here, and just say basic loop control. Then save this. Then come here. Then we can reload. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the same thing we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 12. So we can do for 2. And that will be as easy. That was why I created a variable here. So we can do for 2 and we can reload it here. So if I come here, so for 2 we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 to 24. And if you look at the image here, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all the way to 24. So let's look at 12 here and see whether we're correct, okay? So we can just hit 12 and save, then come here, then I can reload. Then for 12, we have 12, 24, 36, 48, up to 144, which is definitely the same thing here. 12, 24, 36, 48, all the way to 144. Okay, so we can do for even bigger numbers that the timetable usually do not cover. We can do for 24. We can do for 24 and see what it's going to be like. So if I reload, that's what 24 looks like for the A, blah 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 blah. So as we can see, it's something very easy, the for loop. Okay, you just have your conditions. Once you get your conditions right, once you get your conditions right, it will loop across the number of times. So here, all what this just does, the for loop, is we're looping 12 times. We'll be running whatever goes in here will be run 12 times. That's what is going on within this condition. And what the logic within the loop here is to multiply the table number times or by the iterator, and that gives us the solution here. So yes guys, thanks a lot for sticking around, and that's how we create a for loop in JavaScript, and solving a simple timetable example. So in later lessons, we will treat the creation of a timetable in HTML using JavaScript. So subscribe and see you next time. Thank you.